We're back.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
We got to do this again.
Okay.
I know that's what you're expecting, Jay, but I got to throw curveballs every once in a while. No, it's good to see you, Jay.
It is good to see you too, man. Welcome to the Auto Authorities Podcast. My name is Jay Grossman. I'm the founder and CEO of iAutoAgent, and this is my co-host and good friend, Mr. David Marks of Quality Auto STL, trusted services with no surprises. We want to welcome everybody because this is a very special episode. Have you heard that before?
No, never. Not once.
Well, we're going to be talking about Carvana, Can They Be Trusted, Part 2.
Deuce. Go.
Yeah. We have gotten a lot of comments from the last episode. I think that this one, though, is going to be one that is for the record books. We've got a lot to talk about, don't we? Are you ready?
Got a lot to talk about.
You ready to do this?
Absolutely.
Have you ever felt like you were taken for a ride when buying, selling, or repairing your car? Well, not anymore. I'm Jay.
And I'm Dave.
And this is the podcast that tells you what to watch out for, whether you're buying, selling,
or repairing your car.
With 47 years of automotive experience, we are the Automotive Authorities. This podcast is sponsored by iAutoAgent. We're real estate agents for cars.
And Quality Auto STL. Trusted services with no surprises.
Boom!
No!
All right, welcome everybody. If you're just joining us, we're talking about Carvana, Can They Be Trusted, Part 2. And before we get started, I wanted to thank all of our fans and our sponsors and everything. But most importantly, we want to have more of your pretty faces watching our pretty faces. And if you would like to do that live, just go to our Facebook group, the Auto Authorities Podcast, click Join Group, and you can see us live every Tuesday night Central Time at 9 p.m. And if you're on YouTube and you would like to watch us recorded, our pretty faces, you can go to YouTube and click the subscribe button, or you can be notified by clicking the notification icon in the right corner. And please, please, please share this with everybody you possibly know. And should we talk about our free gift now, or should we wait till the end?
I say make them wait.
Okay, then we're going to wait till the end. You heard them.
Yeah.
So we're talking about Carvana, Can They Be Trusted, Part 2. And there's some crazy stuff, and we're going to have a lot of story time today.
Ooh, story time.
And we left off by right here, where we were going to start to talk about how Carvana says that they deliver your car to your house. That sounds great.
Pretty damn convenient, you ask me.
Yeah, they deliver it right to your house. But sometimes things that sound too good to be true may just be too good to be true.
Absolutely. We've talked about that in several past episodes. If it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. Or there's a catch. Or there's even worse, a surprise.
Well, I'm going to say this, and it might blow your minds if you're watching this. So they deliver the vehicle. They have a 150-point inspection, whatever that means.
Yeah.
So before Dave and I, decided to do this episode, we really wanted to make sure that we had our facts together because we've heard a lot about Carvana, and we really wanted to make people aware of the reality of things. So everything that we talk about, we'll either say that this is a fact or it's our opinion. And what we're going to talk about next is there are stories all over the internet that actually have videos.
Wow.
Of Carvana, yes, delivering these vehicles. So they deliver them on a transport truck, a one-car transport truck, and they're dropping these vehicles.
What? like literally, like when I think dropping, like I'm holding like a baseball and I just let it go and then it drops.
They literally are dropping the vehicles. That is exactly right.
Wow.
And there are videos everywhere. So my question is this: How would you like to own that car? And are you ready for story time? Because we're going to get right into story time.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So I found an article in Car and Driver. This is a fact, and I'm going to read this to you.
Wow.
Gentleman bought a 2018 Mitsubishi Mirage with only 9,800 miles.
Wow.
That had been through their 150-point inspection.
That should still have a when was this? Because what's Mitsubishi's factory warranty out the factory?
Oh, now you're quizzing me on things. I want to say Mitsubishi's usually, I think they're 3 or 36, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, no, there's different components of the cars come with different warranties too, and depending on they're all different, but let's just assume it's 336 bumper to bumper. If it's a 2018, and we've talked about this on past episodes on the in-service date and stuff like that.
Yeah. Well, here's what was supposed to happen. They were supposed to deliver this car, and they wound up not even delivering the car. He had to drive 90 miles to pick up the car in New York, which requires, now this is interesting because this is how it is in New York. It requires the vehicle to be registered before delivery. Registered. Well, guess what? It couldn't be registered, so he couldn't even take his car. And listen to this. The car didn't match the photos when arrived. It had stains, chewed up center console, and a passenger side strut and mount damaged. This is a 9,800-mile car that was supposed to have a 150-point inspection. And there's going to be a common theme today. Then he was so pissed off, and he called multiple times to try to get them to answer their phone. He couldn't get anybody to even talk to him. Finally got him to talk to him, and they said, okay, well, we'll take it back. Well, why are they even selling a car that has a passenger set? A 9,800-mile car. This had to be a pretty rough car. So then they took it back, and he bought a Fiesta. And then they said, we can't even deliver the Fiesta to you because it had so many issues, they were unable to deliver the car. So they're supposed to be putting these cars online after they do the inspection. But what this tells me, do you hear this too, that this car hadn't even been inspected before they put it online?
They're just putting them up there. Then when people buy them, then they figure it out.
Exactly. So now, listen to this. This is the icing on the cake here. They bought a 2018 Yaris. So that was strike 2, right? They bought a 2018 Yaris with 80,000 miles. They had 3 to 4 sets of temp tags, over 50 calls to Carvana.
How many?
Yeah.
Wow. As a state attorney general's office been one of those phone calls?
Well, obviously they have. I've got story after story after story, and those are facts. So let's talk about the next part of Carvana. They will buy a car from you, and they'll directly pick it up from you. How does that sound to you, David Marks? Wouldn't that be cool? You could sell a car, and you just go on their little website. You fill out all the information,
right?
In the VIN, the miles. You tell them, the condition. Pretty great. I can't remember what the whole thing is that they have, but they have levels. Well, that sounds really cool. They'll come pick up your car. They're going to give you a value over the computer. And then they magically show up and they magically get the money, right?
Yeah.
Answer. All right. So let's talk about some more facts. I was on Reddit and I read it, and it said, so this is an actual post. I feared this would happen. I sold my car to Carvana about a week ago. I received an email saying that the payment has been processed, but it isn't showing up in my bank account. I double-checked with the bank account details on my Carvana account, and they are correct. I tried contacting support multiple times and sent multiple support emails, What should I do? These people aren't getting their money.
Wow. Well, that just shows you they're owned by a felon. What does that do? It's committed for bank fraud.
Oh, I got another one for have you ever heard of a newspaper called Wall Street Journal?
No, never. Oh, well, you know what? I think I have, because I have a subscription to them and I read them pretty consistently.
Yeah. So Wall Street Journal, this is straight from Wall Street Journal. And let's talk about this for a second. The Wall Street Journal also talked to another guy who said he had negotiated the sale of his Chrysler Pacifica to Carvana, only for Carvana to deposit less money than they had agreed in this bank account.
Wow.
This is, and I'm telling you, folks, whoever's listening, this is happening over and over and over again. So we have people that come to us. So obviously, I auto agent, we sell cars for people, and people come to us, and Carvana is one of the places that buys cars. Car dealerships buy cars.
Hell, I do.
Everybody does. At least if you're at a car dealership, they're gonna tell you what your value is, and then you get your money there. You got this foreign company that, they have these call centers. You have no idea who the heck you're talking to. So I'll tell you a little story. So a couple of my agents, they've come to me. They're like, hey, Carvana actually is offering them this amount of money for their car. And most of the time we're higher than Carvana because they're making huge profits still. So I just share with them, why don't you have them do some research? Start with the Wall Street Journal. And they may not be so excited to go to Carvana to sell their car because they may never see their money.
They got to sue them to have a chance of getting it.
And good luck on that. Who knows? Like, how do you even know where these people are located? They're located all over the place. It is really just a common theme that I'm seeing over and over online. People are not getting their money. They're getting less money than they were offered. And now this sounds a little bit more like reality, right? They're trying to change the whole way of people do business. Yeah, that's fine. But, and it goes back to who's behind the company. Who's behind the company, Mr. David Marks?
Yeah, a guy that's got convicted for bank fraud.
Yeah, that's who's running this. So and we've got I got a real bombshell to talk about, and we're going to save it till the end. But his son, who's the CEO, because Ernie Garcia II couldn't put his name on the company because he's a convicted felon. I've also read that one of his investors, the big investors in Carvana, is also a convicted felon. And it's going to be interesting as we get through this and we talk more and more about this, because we're going to get into warranties and what they're offering people and what's really, really happening. It's absolutely insane.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. I see the one. I know that one warranty company. I got some experience with them too.
Ooh, I want to hear. Well, maybe we'll have some more story time, because I already have 2 stories about what people are really going to get when they buy a car from Carvana. When it comes to a warranty, we already know about their 150-point inspection. It's this, right? Maybe Bobby. I bet Bobby's bought a car from Carvana. He usually makes smart decisions.
Yeah.
Not. So before we go to our next pieces here, if you're just joining us, I want to thank everybody for joining us. We're talking about Carvana, Can They Be Trusted, Part 2. And if you are wanting to watch us live on Facebook, we are going live on every Tuesday at 9 p.m. Central Time. The Auto Authorities Podcast. You just click the join group button. You can watch our pretty faces live. And if you are on YouTube, you can watch our pretty faces recorded. And you just click the subscribe button and the notification buttons on YouTube, and you can watch it. And please share this with your friends and family. People need to know about companies like this. And should we give them the gift now, or should we wait?
We can give it to them now.
All right.
I'm in a cave.
All right. Well, so we wrote an ebook called How to Buy a Car Without the Nonsense. And if you're listening right now, take out your phone and type in the numbers 57838. That's 57838, and text the word car and hit send. You will get a free copy of our ebook. And guess what? That's it. You know everything at that point. You know how to buy a car. And by using this, you do not have to worry about places like Carvana taking advantage of you, because now you are an educated client, right? So go ahead and download that, and then you'll also get access to our podcasts, and you'll be able to do all of that. So let's go into the warranties. So we've talked about warranties a lot in this on these podcasts, and the Silver Rock warranty is what they use through Carvana. Now, you said you've had experience with this. I'm listening.
Yeah, I mean they tell the consumer one thing when they sell them, and then when they bring it to me, and we submit the claim, oh no, that's not covered. Oh, we only pay. I can't think of any specifics off the top of my head, but I've had customers over a period bring in where Silver Rock is the warranty behind it. Now, were they bought from Carvana? I don't know. However, with dealing with this warranty company, the consumer will come and say one thing. They won't pay for diagnostic time. They won't pay for this. They only pay 50% of the bill. They won't cover the whole bill. It's just a line of BS. Or we had one where they made somebody wait like 2 weeks for them to send an inspector out to verify what I told them it needed.
Well,
so our hands are tied for 2 weeks.
So I'm going to help you with this. So on their website, they give a limited warranty of 100 days or 4,189 miles, which I have no idea what all that means. But this is what I love. They call it a limited warranty. It's covering the components that move the vehicle, such engine, transmission, and drivetrain. And there are so many freaking loopholes on this. You might as well have zero.
Yeah. What if a crank sensor goes out? That makes the vehicle move, because that determines the computer needs that to know where cylinder number one is, so it knows how to fire the cylinders.
It's smoke and mirrors, Mr. David Marks. That's all this is. And I'm talking. This is my opinion, but what I have here is a fact. I looked up the Silver Rock warranty reviews, and they have 279 reviews online at a 1.14 out of 5.
Wow. That's worse than Carvana on BBB.
So there's also another site that reviews warranties, and it's called RevDex. They give a 1.5 rating. We're getting a little better here, with 151 reviews. And I'm going to tell you something. So we're going to try to get this into 2 episodes. So when you go online, they have these testimonials. So you can see the testimonials about Silver Rock. They have 3 testimonials. If you read the small print on the bottom, all the testimonials were sourced from
Silver Rock.
Right. So you ready for story time?
Ooh.
Okay. So I'm going to read a review, and this is right straight off the website. Silver Rock was chosen when I purchased my car from Carvana. I've had issues with my vehicle, and Silver Rock asked me to use 3 preferred mechanics, which is, and they have it blurted out, because he probably said an obscenity. And long story short, they have not paid another obscenity over 4 days. The shop is refusing to release my vehicle. I have missed 4 days out of work. No one will answer from Silver Rock. Stay away. Do not use them.
Wow.
That's what you get.
Yeah.
And I'm going to tell you this. This goes straight with what you said, but I'm going to tell you we've got another story time here. And I want to hear your feedback on this. So I'm going to give you 2 stories. And they are both stories personal that I have literally spoke to one of our top technicians in St. Louis has seen multiple vehicles come in from Carvana to his shop. I don't know if he's what you call a preferred shop or whatever. He says he has never seen, and this is quote, such a piece of crap, and was seeing multiple cars coming in from Carvana. Every single car has massive issues. This is so freaking blatant. And I'm going to tell you another story. I have another gentleman that what he does is he inspects cars for the warranty companies.
Yeah. I've had a few of those come over.
Yeah. He said the exact same thing. He says this company is not doing the right thing. They have no integrity. And he is seeing so many issues. He cannot even believe it. These are cars, even some of them with factory warranty.
Take it to the dealer and they fix it for free.
I'm absolutely stunned with this. When I was in the dealership world and I had sold cars for 18 years, I was very, very particular on letting my clients know what a warranty covers. Now, the company I worked for actually had not nearly this bad. Like, this is just basically saying we are not going to cover anything. So they covered a little bit more, but you have to be so careful and ask the questions. Ask the questions. This is a golden nugget moment for everybody. When you are talking with people, dealers, and they have a warranty, ask them what it covers.
I've had my customers do this. Before you do it, send me a copy of it. Let me look it over, and I'll interpret it for you because I know how to read these things. Or here's what you need to ask them. Ask them, I want this defined, and then let me know their answer, and I'll tell you if it's legit or not.
Absolutely, because most of these warranties that come with these cars are not going to cover the things that you need.
No.
And I mean, we're even talking about, let's just say that this warranty actually did cover something. 100 days? If my transmission went out in 100 days, I would be freaking pissed. I would.
Yeah.
So whenever you're at the dealer, ask them to show you in writing what it is. Send it to somebody like David Marks. Send it to me. I love to read over warranties and find loopholes in them, because I'll find loopholes in just about every warranty there is. I'm like an attorney, trained eye.
Yeah.
That I can look at those things.
Yeah, like here's what they're not covering, or they say this, but this is what this really means. That way, then it's on to the consumer whether they want to take the deal or not. Then at least they know what they're getting themselves into in the event X happens.
Yeah. And I always, I always preach, always get the extended warranty if you can. Get something that's an exclusionary warranty with as little deductible as possible that mirrors the factory warranty. If you're not sure and you want to ask questions, put them in the comments right now. Ask the questions. If we can't get to them now, we'll get to them later, and we'll get back to you and we'll let you know. We may ask for more information, but we just want to protect you. And really what I want to do is I want to end this with just a bombshell. And this is something that, so there are many articles that are classifying Carvana as a Ponzi scheme. I will tell you this. I have been following the company since its inception. I see a lot of insider trading. Again, that is just my perception based on the tools that I have set up. But what is a fact is right here. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Hold on to your seats, folks. So when the pandemic hit, they were making people think that the company wasn't doing as well as it was, which lowered the value. And they already knew that they were okay. And there were all these what they call insider trading. And this is a lawsuit on 5/29 of 20. And it is cited by a, what was it? Bloomberg Law. This is from Bloomberg Law. That's where I got this article from. And basically, the Carvana CEO, which is Ernie Garcia III, not the second. The second can't put his name on the company, right? Because he's a convicted felon. He's accused of insider trading on coronavirus fears. And he was sued by some people in Delaware.
Wow.
And they, oh man, like if you read this article, I can't even go into it all because there's just so much there. But the question is at the end of the day, is this a company that you want to deal with? And we didn't really know a ton until we really dug into this because people kept coming to us asking like, hey, what do you think about this? And I mean, we know enough. And obviously they weren't like my favorite company before. But after reading article after article after article after article about how much of a scam this is.
Wow.
And here's the thing. The reason why we do this is because we truly care about you.
Absolutely.
I don't want people to do business with people without integrity. And if you're watching this, share this with other people. This is crap. Any closing words, Mr. David Marks?
No, I'm just kind of, I mean, this is just like, wow. I guess, how are they still even in business is beyond me.
I mean, you can tell how upset I am. And like, I don't think people that are not playing by the rules should be able to participate. But unfortunately, that's not the world we live in.
Nope.
So we need advocates like Mr. David Marks and myself that are going to come and give you guys the right information, the information that you need to help you make an educated decision, because buying a car is the second biggest purchase that you're going to ever make in your life.
Absolutely.
And that is truly why we do what we do.
Wow.
So for those of you that are still with us, our next one, I'm not even going to say you'll see next week, but we're really going with these online dealers, and we're going to review them. We're going to find the facts. We're going to share our opinions, and we're going to let you make that final decision. Do you want to spend 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70,000, $80,000 with these cars and you don't ever see them until you actually have to sign on the dotted line? Well, that's up to you. Well, I wanted to thank everybody for joining us. Mr. David Marks, great to see you, and we will see you on the next episode.